Mama's breathing is shallow as she ascends the ladder to the heaven she believes in so fervently. Pearl and little Thelma pray at her bedside, and I close my eyes and try to pray with them. But my girls have more faith in the Almighty than I do at this moment. It's hard to believe in a God who would put an old woman through so much pain. In these last months, the loudest sound in our house has been my mother struggling to breathe. It drowns out all the other noises, doors banging, kids shouting, kids crying, inevitably, the thud of Daniel's work boots on the stairs, the clatter as the stove is filled with wood, the mine whistle, which tells the time as surely as the bells from St. Stanislaus. Now her struggle is coming to an end, and we are gathered around the narrow bed in the front room where she chose to sleep ever since Daniel came home from the war and we began our marriage. She wanted to give us privacy, but she also liked to be at the center of everything. Mama never stopped running the house, even as her eyesight failed and her health followed. Watching her lying there, working so hard at dying, I feel no older than Thelma. A mere child. Her child. Does this long smothering press down on her the way it does the rest of us? It's been 3 days since she last spoke, and then it was only to pray. Her voice left her in the middle of a Hail Mary. It's only right, I suppose, but I would have preferred some guidance instead. A long, rattling breath. Is this one shorter? There aren't many people in this world that I like, much less love. But I would die for every person in this room. Kill for them, if need be. Maybe that's why Daniel and I made so many kids, so I'd have more people to care about. Only one is missing, Dandy, my firstborn. He should be here, but if he was, then his father would be gone. They never work the same shift at the mine. If something happens, that way only one of them will be lost. A persistent kicking under my breastbone reminds me there's yet another soul in the room, and I put a hand on the hard swelling of this latest child. That's another worry. Without Mama, we'll need to pay for a midwife. The silence, when it comes, is louder than her breathing. We all wait to see if she gasps to life again. It's happened before. This time she stays quiet. Gone. Across from me, Daniel looks up, and I see on his unguarded face a grief as deep as my own. Mama had treated him as one of her own, even before we were married, and he'd been with her longer than most of her own brood.